Okay. I'm doing the punishment for you tonight, so that's.
Did I lose?
You did by like a point and a half.
Antonio Gibson really had more than 17 and a half, that motherfucker?
Daniel, he got it on the last drive. He caught like 6 dump off passes. It was bullshit points. It pretty much was. So not only did he get the points, but the Eagles also won.
Stupid.
I agree. Welcome to the Fantasy Beer League, where you get half-decent advice from half-decent guys. I'm your host, Sean Joyce. With me, as always, is jalapeno mac and cheese chef Justin Giel, our resident fantasy football expert, Matt Senni. Tonight's big loser is Danny Verico via telephone. He is getting punished with coronavirus. So Vince is going to accept it on his behalf. It's a Christmas miracle, and this will absolve Vince of having to do a punishment on Velzy's behalf should he finish last in the next 2 weeks. So, Danny, I don't know if you want to tell Vince and Vince can relay the information, or if Vince thinks the audio will be picked up on the mic. What happened this week? Why are you in this position?
Because fuck Tom Brady and fuck Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Antonio Gibson is what edged Danny out. Andy had Antonio Gibson and beat him out by like a point, maybe.
I think it was a point and a half.
Point and a half,
about.
yeah, and it was surpassed on that little dump off at the end of the game in garbage time. So tough break, but let's draw this punishment here.
I'll put you down for a sec.
All right, Vince, so what do you need to do on your poor brother's behalf?
I need to listen to a song on repeat for the entire podcast.
Oh, that's a fun one. We're going to do the most annoying Christmas song I can think of, since this is our holiday episode.
Yeah, I know what it is.
It's going to be Dominic the Donkey, played on loop with noise-canceling headphones.
2.5 minutes of pure hell.
Yeah, so
For
on loop.
however long. this
like an
podcast
hour.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear this song like 30 times. All right, Danny, feel better, buddy. Thank you for joining us for a few minutes to talk about it. We love you. We hope you feel better soon.
Love you guys.
Later, buddy.
Later.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I've heard this song before, but I don't remember it, so it's going to be...
You're going to know every word.
I'm going to know this song forward and backwards by the time it's on.
Should you guys talk a little bit to each other? Just about anything.
How's your day?
My day was okay.
It was fantastic.
Did your brother find out about his?
Perfect.
Yeah, today.
Okay.
He called me when I was at work.
Damn.
Okay, so Vince, these are the sound-canceling headphones. They're a little broken, so be careful. You probably want to take the
hat off.
Yeah, you can put them under the hat, maybe. Like, put the hat back on after. Good? Nice and snug?
Nice and snug.
This is the dirtiest hat
All right.
I've ever seen.
So, they are noise-canceling headphones, so after I press play, you may only be able to hear Senni because he talks loud.
Okay.
But you will hear muffled noises from the rest of us. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Dominic the Donkey has begun. I can hear it a little bit over the headphones.
I can too.
It's a little annoying. Can you hear us?
A little. I can hear like muffled sounds.
Okay. All right, so let's begin here. Justin, please read the fine money owed from last week.
So Senni owes $2 for you cleared your throat during the Colts-Patriots game. Sean, you owe $2 for saying that the Cardinals play the Rams when you meant to say that they played the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I owe $4. I advised starting Elijah Moore, who is on IR, and I cleared my throat during Thirsty Thursday.
Yes, you did, my friend. That's one of the things that you're known for around here. Senni, can you please read the poll results from last week?
Do you like Saturday NFL games? 79% said yes, 21% no. Would you rather do? What would you rather do? 50% said shave half your face. 50% said cover yourself in mustard.
50-50?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so we solved nothing.
Yeah.
Are you starting Deonta Foreman this week? 85% yes, 15% no.
Played pretty well.
Yeah,
Should the Jags and Texans play on Saturday in London?
They should. Fuck them.
2 out of 3 said yes.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 are right.
Do you like pudding? 9 out of 10 say yes.
Good. Pudding's delicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever had figgy pudding? Nobody said yes. Every single person said no.
You have, though, right?
I didn't vote this week.
Oh.
Do you want to see the Broncos in the playoffs? 44% yes, 56% no.
At least it's more than half.
Yeah.
I could not watch Broncos football.
Are you worried about Joe Mixon? 2 out of 3 say yes.
A little bit.
Is it time to move on from DK Metcalf? 50% said yes, 50% are wrong.
50-50 split.
Should Aaron Rodgers just immunize? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Immunize.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
you
was
got it
like
right the first time. Yeah.
Immunize his toe. 9 out of 10 said yes.
Yeah, he said he was immunized from coronavirus when he wasn't vaccinated, so immunize his toe.
Who has the best chicken nuggets? 55% Wendy's,
Wow.
45% Chick-fil-A. Nobody said Popeyes because they're fucking idiots because they haven't had it yet.
Right, yeah, they don't know any better.
Does
Not yet.
Chick-fil-A have the best milkshakes? 50% said yes, 50% are wrong. That's it.
That's all we got?
Yeah.
All right, I think Vince is on his second go-around of Dominic the Donkey. He hears muffled voices over the headphones. He's not quite sure what we're saying, I don't think. Our first game. And this is our Christmas episode, so there will be an icing opportunity in each game preview, either for one of the three of us or for Senny to take himself if he gets the question incorrect. So our first game is the Browns and the Packers. It's difficult to extrapolate any new information from the Browns as their roster was decimated by COVID when they played on Monday night at 5 p.m. But are we starting anyone other than Nick Chubb anyway?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see much consistency from any player other than him.
Yep.
Kareem Hunt's done, so it's Chubb, and it's no one after that. That's all I got.
Yeah, not with any kind of consistency, but
Yeah.
Chubb's the only one.
Full Chubb.
Yeah, full Chubb.
Senny, for a chance to ice one of us, can you name both Packers running backs?
I can think of like the backup dude too. Is one of them Cobb or is that a receiver?
That's a receiver.
No.
No? All right, there's Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon.
A.J. Dillon was the other dude I was thinking of.
And the workload split between the two of them did not get any clearer over the weekend. Both backs have had work, but the touch share has flip-flopped from week to week throughout the season. Can managers trust either player in this critical week?
I think you can trust both of them, but in like varying degrees. I think Jones is still the top guy. I see Dillon as more of a flex option.
Yeah, I agree. I view Aaron Jones as like a running back too, Dillon as a flex. Dillon sometimes out-touches Aaron Jones. In fact, he has most of the recent games that they've played. But he doesn't catch very many passes. Aaron Jones and he both pretty much split goal line work about the same. So it's a difficult situation for owners of either player, but I do think both are startable in the playoffs. I think the Packers win this one easily, 31-20.
Yeah, I'm going Packers as well.
Yep.
Next, we have the Colts and the Cardinals. And these are Saturday games, by the way. Both of these games,
Both the games, yeah.
are on Saturday. Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Colts did not play well on last Saturday, but did just enough to get the win. Capped by one impressive play by the tool man. Zenny, for a chance to ice one of us, how many touchdowns does Jonathan Taylor have this season?
12.
19.
Yeah, it's insane.
I thought I was overshooting, honestly.
No, 19. Should managers still be trusting Michael Pittman Jr. this week, Justin?
It's tough. I mean, the Cardinals somehow got lit up by the Lions, so I think that's something that's beneficial to see.
True. The matchup is pretty enticing.
But he's been brutal this past month.
He sure has. He's been average at best, I would say. He's a risky wide receiver 3. I'm not starting him with much of any confidence. He's been very inconsistent, especially over the past month or so. And with the way Jonathan Taylor's been running, they haven't needed to throw at all. The Cardinals struggled to move the ball at all against the Lions, but we did get a taste of how the Edmonds-Connor backfield will look. What are your expectations for them this week?
I see kind of like a balanced approach, and I think this game can kind of be – I think it has the potential to be a back-and-forth type of game, so I think there's going to be a lot of people on the offense kind of thrown into the mix.
Right.
So I like both backs going this week.
Colts have a top 5 run defense,
Yeah.
which scares me a little bit. Ramondre Stevenson was a player I liked when Damian Harris was ruled out, but he did not do very much of anything against them. I think Connor has more upside. He's more likely to catch touchdowns. He's been red hot when Edmonds has been back.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the running back one we saw when Edmonds is out. He's more of a running back two. And Edmonds I view as a flex play. Similar to the situation in Green Bay.
Sure.
But with these players in opposite roles. Arizona needs to win this one badly. I think they win 26-20.
I'm going to go Colts.
Arizona.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
Should be fun. Next, we have another fun one, the Giants and the Eagles. Giants suck.
Yeah.
They are terrible and completely inept at everything. Do you need to start any of them?
I think Saquon. And I'm just hoping for another one of them incredible catches that he had this past week.
Best 6-yard catch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got the first down.
Yeah, he's still startable.
Yeah.
He's not what you wanted him to be, but he's still a running back too.
Yeah.
Mike Glennon started the game against Dallas. Just as a quick aside here, he finished the game with 2.04 fantasy points. Negative 2.04 fantasy points. I'm sorry. So
Wow.
you would have been better not starting a quarterback.
Then starting him.
Yes.
Which,
and the Giants
if
are
you're
still
starting Mike Glennon,
you're not winning. You're
you
not
are-
in the playoffs.
Yeah, you are not in great shape.
Hopefully they start Jake Fromm this week, just so they're somewhat watchable. Senny, for a chance to ice one of us, what's the name of the Eagles Stadium?
The Link.
There you go.
I honestly knew that. It's
You have to do an ice.
He's like Charlie Chaplin.
He's like, what? Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin.
I know. I was like,
I was very unaware. I thought I pointed him in. I wasn't.
That's
sure
why I
what
wanted to
was
pick
Yeah.
him because I wanted him to
It's
just
funny.
be confused.
adding insult to injury.
Confused and shouting because he can't
Yeah,
hear
he
himself
doesn't know.
talk.
I get it. Okay. Now let's move on to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts and Dallas Goedert continued to produce on Tuesday, as did running back Miles Sanders. He's now amassed at least 120 yards in consecutive games. Does he belong in lineups this week, Justin?
I like him this week. So I mean,
Go
yeah,
on.
I mean, he's getting the yards, but he's still not scoring. I still don't think he scored a touchdown
He
yet
is
this
not.
year. So if the volume's going to be there and he's able to get the yardage, that's good enough, I think, for a flex play.
Yeah.
I don't see him as an RB 1 or 2 until he's starting to score.
I still think he's a running back too, with the amount that he's been used lately. The Eagles are winning because they've been using him.
Yeah.
But like you said, he still hasn't scored a touchdown, and that's another reason I feel like he has to. He has the most scrimmage yards of any player this season without a touchdown.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen eventually. The Giants are terrible. I think it happens this week, and the Giants lose 20-9.
Okay. So the Eagles aren't winning, but the Giants
Giants
are
are
gonna
losing.
Okay.
Does it count if you beat a team that's not playing against you? I don't think so.
That's true.
You beat Garrett Gilbert.
Yeah.
Get over yourself.
I'm going to say the Giants lose as well.
Yeah. they're
I
going
also
to.
think so.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're really terrible. It's a shame. Next, we have the Lions and the Falcons. Lions have won their way out of the first pick.
Why do teams do this?
I don't understand
Dumb.
it.
Yeah.
I hope the Giants lose. I hope they keep winning.
Yeah.
Let the Giants get the first pick. And we've seen strong performances from wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown and running back Craig Reynolds. Who saw this shit coming?
Not me.
Are these players startable in fantasy?
I like St. Brown more than I like Reynolds, just because he's been putting up decent numbers over the past 2 or 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
I like that momentum to continue moving forward. I think with Reynolds, I'd want to see more from him. I mean, there's only 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think if you need a player, if maybe you have people out on COVID or injuries or something like that, plug him in, see if he wins you the championship.
Yeah, St. Brown, I think, definitely needs to be rostered and
Yeah.
started if Jared Goff is able to play. He's on the COVID list right now. If Goff is unable to go, I can't imagine starting any Lion, let alone a wide receiver.
Yeah.
David Blau, I think, is the backup. And, yes, he is that much worse than Jared Goff. It's a shame. We saw it. I think it was that game against Pittsburgh. They just ran the ball 30-something times. And Craig Reynolds has been great the past 2 weeks, but Jamal Williams has still been out. I think when Williams comes back, he's going to get involved. He may not have all the work. But if Williams is out again, I do like Craig Robinson. I don't imagine Swift is going to play again this year. So if you're a Swift owner and you're looking for someone, Craig Robinson is an option should Jamal Williams be forced out again.
Craig Robinson or Reynolds?
Reynolds, fuck, that's fine.
Yeah,
I've been doing that all week, dude. Yeah, he's the guy from The Office, and Hot
and
Tub Time Machine.
and the Deets Nuts commercials.
Yeah, exactly. With another productive game on Sunday, can managers trust Russell Gage again this week?
I think so. I'd be comfortable having him on my lineup.
Yeah, he's been great. There's
Yeah.
still no Calvin Ridley. Kyle Pitts is whatever. Cordell Patterson is the only other Falcon
Yep.
I'd be starting. I'm picking the Falcons to win this game 20-13.
But yeah, I'm going Falcons.
Senny, to avoid being iced. Are birds mammals? 50-50 shot.
No.
Correct.
They're like eggs.
Vince wanted me to ask you. That was a Vince question. He's unaware.
I don't know what to say. All I can hear is over and over.
This is as good as I wanted it to be. Ravens and Bengals wasting no time here. Senny, for the chance to ice one of us, who played quarterback for the Ravens on Sunday?
I don't care. At all. Like, at all.
His name is Tyler Huntley.
You just made that up.
I did not. His Twitter handle is @Snoop1. Ian Rappaport tagged him @SnoopDogg, which is hilarious. If Lamar Jackson is forced out another week, can managers trust Tyler Huntley?
I think so. I mean, he's been playing well.
Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah, and he's been a good fantasy quarterback. I think he. What was that? Did you get the chills?
Chill, yeah.
Happens.
I think he plays a comparable role to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's holding on to the ball better as well.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson struggled a lot.
Yeah.
And he had 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns, which is something Lamar Jackson has never done.
Which is crazy.
It is crazy, but it is a fact. I like Tyler Huntley should Lamar Jackson be forced out again. 6? Nice. If the Bengals didn't ruin your fantasy playoffs because of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, you have to keep starting them. But Joe Mixon also continued to struggle on Sunday before being forced out of the game with an ankle injury. How concerned are you about his production, Justin?
Mildly concerned. I think if you're in the playoffs and we're banking on him to help you through the playoffs, I think it's going to hurt a bit. If he's able to play, I don't know how productive he's going to be able to be. But I mean, he's their best option in the backfield. So I think if he plays, you're still starting him.
He's got under 60 rushing yards in 3 straight games. Only 7 catches across his last 5 games. If he plays, he might be an RB2, but I don't feel like it's necessary to start him. It depends on your options, obviously, but it's not like I'm saying you have to keep starting this guy because there are better days. I don't know that there are. He's barely involved in the passing game at all, which is majorly concerning in PPR. And it's win or go home time, baby.
Yeah, that's
There's no
true.
time to sit around and wait for Joe Mixon to play better. I say the Bengals win, however, 27-25.
Yeah, I'm
Good
going
game.
Bengals as well.
Yep.
Next, we have the Rams and the Vikings. Senny, for a chance to ice one of us, what is the name of the Rams head coach?
I have no idea.
His name is Sean McVay.
Yep.
I've heard that name 1,000 times.
Cooper Kupp continued his season as fantasy MVP and was the only Rams receiver to perform on Tuesday night. Sony Michel outtouched Darrell Henderson Jr. 20-8 and totaled 13.5 fantasy points. How do you expect this backfield situation to look going forward, Justin?
I mean, I think this was Henderson's first game back.
It was.
So a little bit to take into consideration there. I think it's going to eventually turn into more of a split in this backfield.
Yeah, it might. It's definitely going to be a split, I think, because Sony Michel has produced so well. But it is worth taking with a grain of salt because Darrell Henderson has been out the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he will likely be more involved going forward. So I think both of them are merely flex considerations next week. The Vikings offense struggled to move the ball against the Bears on Monday night, which is surprising considering how banged up and injured or sick the Bears secondary was. They had like one starting person in their secondary.
That's insane.
And Kirk Cousins was still primetime Cousins. Vikings going to Viking. We all know that the primetime Cousins effect is real. Are you concerned about the offense going into this week, Justin?
A little bit, because I think the Rams have a much better defense than the Bears did. So that's something that I would be concerned about.
That's true. I think this game has some sneaky shootout potential. I see both offenses performing pretty well, especially Dalvin Cook. I mean, I feel like he's obviously still an elite option.
Sure.
Justin Jefferson will get back to it. Adam Thielen was almost able to play this week, so if he's back, that changes things quite a bit. I think the Rams win 34-27.
Yeah, I'm going Rams as well.
I'm going Vikings.
Wow.
I want Justin Jefferson to perform.
All right. Next is Bills and Patriots. I'm going to give you 2 shots if you don't get the first one, Sammy. How many Super Bowls have the Bills played in?
4.
Good job. Okay, now who do you want on ice?
I was right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vince.
Me again? What is this bullshit? I'm sitting here listening to a song about a fucking donkey. Who the hell wrote this, by the way?
It's
I don't even know who it is. I'm just letting him read it.
Fuck you.
Lou Monte and Joe Reisman's orchestra and chorus.
I hope when you wrote this song, you realized it was going to be the worst Christmas song ever when you wrote it.
He's just doing it nice.
We're
Do
trying to blur the lines here, Vince.
you want a follow-up question?
Sure.
How many did they win?
None.
Correct.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't make them do it again.
Okay, Justin.
All right, double ice time.
And it was all four.
I
in a
wouldn't
row,
have
right?
In a
made
row.
him do 3.
How many years separated the 4 Super Bowls, Senny?
Huh?
There are 4 Super Bowls. How many years were separated between the first and the fourth?
4.
Good job.
All right.
Justin,
Yeah.
the last time we saw the Bills and Patriots play, they were playing in apocalyptic weather conditions. We should assume that Mac Jones will attempt more than 3 passes this time around, but how do you expect them to play?
I think, excuse me, I think this is going to be a good game. The Bills have really just had an up and down year all year. And the Patriots are coming off a loss to the Colts this past week, so I think Belichick's going to kind of snap them into gear.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be a good game. I think they're going to play with the weather conditions being better than last time.
Can't be worse.
Yeah. I expect to see better numbers on both sides.
I think Buffalo's going to run more. That's been helping them win recently.
Yeah.
New England is going to try to limit Stephon Diggs. I assume that they will, so I think his upside is capped a bit. Josh Allen is the only must-start for me on either team.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to take the Bills, 20-17.
I'm going to go Pats. I don't think they lose 2 in a row.
Me too.
I think it's going to be a good one. Next one is the game of the week. The Jaguars and the Jets.
The Jags are just playing some stinkers.
Oh, yeah. My favorite time of the year. James Robinson is free, though, so hip, hip, hooray for that. Fucking finally. Fuck you, Urban Meyer. I still hope you die, you piece of shit, you scumbag motherfucker.
Yeah.
Are you starting any other Jags?
Nope.
Sandy, to avoid being iced, what's the name of the Jets quarterback?
This is incredible.
I've asked this question like 50 fucking times. Is it ended Smith?
It does not.
All right, then I give up.
Zach Wilson.
Fuck, man. We've had to do this so many fucking times.
I've asked you every month since August.
That's so funny. Fuck the Jets.
Michael Carter struggled to get anything going in his return from injury last week. Are you trusting him in your lineup this week, Justin?
I am. He's got a good matchup, and like you said, he just came. That was a good one. He just came back from an injury, so I'm seeing him to get back on track, even though the Jets still fucking suck.
Yeah, any player coming back from injury, the first game is a little difficult to get going. But, man, it smells like Smirnoff Ice in this
Maybe I
room.
was thinking Geno Smith.
He used to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm still starting him this week,
Yeah. They have
especially in
watermelon
the
in
good matchup.
All I smell is watermelon.
Yeah, we have watermelon, pink lemonade. I did the original.
I had the pineapple.
Is it
Screwdriver. Yeah.
Screwdriver, yeah. I'm a little upset there was no peach Bellini, but it is what it is. I'm taking the Jets to win this game, 20-13.
Jag down.
Ooh.
Jag down.
Ooh, 2 on the
I don't even know the
Jags.
fucking quarterback's name. How can I put the Jets?
Do you know the Jags quarterback?
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that wasn't for an icing, but good.
No, I know.
Next, we have the Buccaneers and the Panthers, an NFC South rivalry game. Chris Godwin is out for the season with a torn ACL. Weird time to be laughing at Dominic the Donkey. Mike Evans and Leonard Fournette are also unlikely to play in this game due to hamstring injuries. What do you expect? Who do you expect to step up in the absence of these players?
I think Ronald Jones is going to step up and fill into place where Fournette was out. Is Antonio Brown coming back this week?
He is. He's coming back from suspension.
Yes. I think he, by default, automatically boosts his value. And then I think Gronk's going to have some good games coming up as well.
Yeah, Gronk is the obvious one to see an uptick in targets, but Antonio Brown, I think, will take over that Goblin role and see a bunch of targets instantly. Tom Brady loves that fucking guy for some reason. And as you said, Ronald Jones, too, I think is also a running back, too, in the absence of Leonard Fournette. They're going to run more because they're without their top options. The Bucs are still one of the better offenses in the league.
Yeah.
I'm not overreacting to how they played against the Saints. Senny, for a chance to ice one of us, name a Panthers wide receiver.
Oh, here's this fucking song. I can't even fucking focus.
You think you can hear it?
Fucking think. I don't know.
Nothing.
Robbie Anderson.
Oh, I got one.
Wow.
All right, who?
You.
Ah,
I don't know where I pulled that out of.
yeah, I'm glad you got it, though. I like it when it's an icy Christmas. I don't have any notes about Robbie Anderson, so not an easy transition. But DJ Moore had a solid game and has seen double-digit targets in 3 straight games. So I think he should be started again this week. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Should Chuba Hubbard be started?
I don't think so. He has not looked great. He had a couple spurts throughout the season when McCaffrey was out where he looked like he could be a pretty decent fill-in. But I think Amir Abdullah is the guy if I want anybody else if I want a running back from the offense. I think he's looked better and getting a decent amount of work.
I somewhat agree. I'm not interested in starting either of them. Amir Abdullah is more the receiving back, so Chuba Hubbard I think has very little upside, especially against good defenses the rest of the way. I brought that up when McCaffrey was first ruled out. But Amir Abdullah in garbage time could get you some points in deeper leagues.
He's also a bad
PPR
offense.
guy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And this is not a week, I think, to start anybody other than DJ Moore. The smile on his face is dissipated.
This song is so fucking funny. I've never heard it before.
It's terrible. Truly terrible.
Yeah.
Bucks win 24-13.
Yeah, Bucks.
Yep.
Chargers and Texans face off this week.
Christ.
Wow.
Chargers are one of the few offenses who showed up in Week 15, but star running back Austin Eckler may miss this game due to COVID-19. Is there anyone on this team you can handcuff with him?
I mean, Justin Jackson would be the only one that I would consider, but even that, I'm not entirely sure. I would feel super comfortable with it, but if there's anyone, he's the one I'm going for.
If Eckler is out, I would be starting Justin Jackson. The Texans is the main reason because they Texan.
Yeah, they're bad.
The fact that Texan can be.
They do show up. They play their hearts out, though.
They do. They have a lot of grit. They lead the NFL in grit.
Yeah.
And heart. But
no talent.
They are probably the worst team on paper.
Yeah.
They at least, they're better than the Jags because they play harder than the Jags, but they have no discernible talent outside of Brandon Cooks. Sandy, for a chance to ice one of us, can you name a Texan who isn't named Brandon Cooks?
That was the one I knew. That's so funny. I swear
you said
I know.
You knew.
No, I'm saying that was the one I knew.
He knew Brandon Cooks.
I knew Brandon Cooks.
Wow.
After I realized you weren't going to ask me, I was like, fuck, scans with the Texans. No, because I feel like when you tell me the running back's name, it'll sound familiar.
Probably not.
But I know that I don't know the quarterback, so no.
Yeah, the quarterback is Davis Mills or Tyrod Taylor or even Deshaun Watson, who's still technically on the team.
That would have been my guess, but I figured that was dumb, but whatever.
The running back is David Johnson.
Yeah.
Not good. No one you need to know.
He's been the running back for a while, right?
Yeah, he's still there. Honestly, I don't think I could name you one defensive player on the Texans.
Do the Texans play defense?
Good question. Chargers win 31-13.
Chargers.
Yep.
Time for Thirsty Thursday.
It's Dominic the donkey, jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey, la 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 la.
So welcome to Thirsty Thursday. In the time that it took Vince to change cameras and us to continue getting up, I believe 2 more times.
Yeah, we're on 13 right now.
13. Okay, 13th time of Dominic the donkey. This is a fun one. So today, other than Smirnoff Ice, I am drinking Alina? Elena?
I'd say Alina.
Alina. Good. I'm glad one of us can read. It's a rustic farmhouse ale with Albarino grape skins and bottle conditioned with honey. It's got like a Brett or Saison type of flavor to it.
Sure.
And then it does have like a little bit of like the skin from the grapes, like almost like a wine-like flavor. And then it's got like tartness, almost like a Smartie, and a little bit of sweetness from the honey. It's pretty good. It's an interesting ale, one of the weirder beers I've had here. I think it's pretty good. But feel free to pass it around and give it a shot. It is from California, and I'm going to be talking to you about the 49ers who play the Titans this week. I wish that Deebo Samuel was eligible to start as a running back in fantasy. Because that's where he's getting all his production from. But he has continued to crush for managers, even with the lack of targets. I'm still starting Brandon Ayuk after a poor performance and expect him to play well against a weak Titans secondary. And if he's healthy, I like Elijah Mitchell this week. He's the only running back I'd advise starting, even after a monster game from Jeff Wilson Jr. He was not productive in the other games he started without Mitchell healthy. And Tennessee has one of the best run defenses in the league that just limited Najee Harris to 18 yards. If Mitchell is out, I'm staying away from this backfield altogether. The Titans are a lot different of a much different defense from the Falcons.
Yep.
I'm taking the 49ers to win this game 26-17. Justin, tell me what you're drinking. Tell me about the Titans, and tell me who you think wins the game.
Sure. So I am drinking vanilla peach mango hill from Southern Grist.
By the way, my beer is from Celador. Like cellar door, but Celador.
Celador.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. Wasn't paying a fine. Continue.
Yep. So it is a sour ale brewed with lactose, vanilla, peach, and mango puree.
Ooh.
5.4%. This is great.
It looks good.
Yeah, really big fan of it. I think I go through phases in which I like the fruited sours and then I don't like the fruited sours, but I think with this you get all the flavors.
I love that. It tastes
Yeah.
like peach juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
There's not much good things I can say about the Titans offense.
Not now.
I like Dante Foreman. Dante Foreman?
Deontay.
Okay. He's really the only person on that offense that I like. Julio Jones, I don't even know that I'm rostering.
He got hurt again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, and like this point, like
Yeah.
I really can't trust him. Tannehill has not been great. I think last year he would have served as a good fill-in for like a bye week player. Right now, you don't need him. I mean, and then with A.J. Brown still out, there really nobody else. Maybe like if a shot in the dark with their defense, but other than that, not much else that I like on this team.
I don't really like their defense this week. I think that San Francisco is pretty competent offensively.
Yeah. But I'm going to take the 49ers to win.
Okay, 2 for 2 so far. Senny, tell us what you're drinking, and tell us who you think wins the game.
I specifically remembered the name Elijah Mitchell because I thought that would be a good one.
Sorry.
No, I don't care. I was making a joke. So I'm drinking Believe, which is a collab between Bolero, Snort, and LeGrand Coffee House. It's a coffee blonde ale, I guess. Is that right? I think it's pretty good. It's different. I haven't had anything like that before, but
So
I do like it.
LeGrand Coffee House, that's Eric LeGrand. He was the Rutgers player that got paralyzed
Yep.
years back.
Yep, remember. Cool.
I think the 49ers are going.
All right, 3 for 3 on the Niners. And before we move on to our late games on Sunday, for a chance to ice one of us, Senny, what is the oldest brewery in America?
Budweiser.
Do you know, Justin?
Yingling?
Yingling.
Wow.
Vince knew.
I would have guessed Sam Adams would have been my second guess.
Right.
So
Right.
You say Sam Adams?
that would have been my second guess. So.
Bears play the Seahawks.
The Bears.
After an underwhelming game on Monday night, are you still starting Darnell Mooney this week, Justin?
I think so. I mean, I think he's the best receiving option on the team. And they had a really bad game.
Yeah, he still has a monster target share despite the inefficiencies on Monday night. That was a very weird game. Seattle's secondary is a bit of a tough matchup, so I only view him as a wide receiver 3, but I'd still advise starting him. Seahawks laid an egg on offense again this week. Are you starting any of them in this pivotal matchup?
I don't think I am. Maybe Tyler Lockett. He could be one of those
been
guys.
good, yeah.
One of those dart throws that you get that could win you your playoff matchup. But I mean, Metcalf, I think I'm done with.
Yeah, he's been terrible. I mean, if you want to ride with him, you can.
Yeah.
But it's not like you would feel good about it. It's not like you've seen anything recently that would inspire any confidence. Vince gets it. So it's really up to you. I don't think you need to start any of them. There aren't any must starts on this team. Maybe Tyler Lockett because of the upside. But in the playoffs, man, it's tough to make decisions.
Yeah.
And if you're debating between a DK Metcalf and another random that's been playing well, like Amon-Ra St. Brown maybe even, I wouldn't call you crazy if you started him. I'm taking Seattle to win at home. East Coast team traveling west. 2 shitty teams. Seahawks win 23-17.
I'm gonna go Bears.
I'm saying Seattle.
And Senny, to avoid being iced, this one's going to make you laugh. Name a Pink Floyd song.
I mean, Nah, I don't know.
He has a hoodie. He was talking. We were watching Thursday
It's
Night
so
Football,
funny.
and he was talking about how he couldn't name a Pink Floyd song if his life depended on it. So I made a note of it, and here we are.
That's so funny.
Your Steelers play the Chiefs this week. Congratulations.
Yeah, joy.
The Steelers were unable to get much of anything going against the Titans last week. How concerned are you going into this game, Justin?
Not super concerned. I think
Just freezing.
Yeah, I think I really think that this game can be kind of lopsided quick. I think the Chiefs have the ability to go up big early, so I think that'll be beneficial to the skill players on the Steelers offense. They're gonna be passing a lot. I think with Najee Harris, we mentioned prior, he didn't have that great of a game on the ground.
Terrible
but,
game, yeah.
He offers a lot catching out of the backfield as well.
because Ben can't throw the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of dinks and dunks. I'm still starting he and Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
Chase Claypool is another one where if you have another option, it's fine to start them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to ride with them, it's your call.
Yeah, I think this could be a week where if you start Claypool, like I think it might pay off.
Okay, Justin's advising. Justin loves Chase Claypool this week. Wide receiver 1 for Justin.
Not one.
The Chiefs have looked more like themselves
Yeah.
lately, but star players Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill are both questionable to play in this game due to coronavirus. If they ultimately miss this contest, what the fuck do we do?
Pray.
Doesn't seem like a very useful
Prior
tactic.
move. Back up. I think I kept him in both leagues.
He got jacked up. He might not play.
Yeah, he's in concussion protocol.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's a clear player to pick up and start.
Not from the team now.
No, so you'd have to look at other rosters. I mean, I guess maybe Mecole Hardman or Byron Pringle would be the wide receivers to see an uptick.
I knew the last name Pringle, but I could not remember his first name.
Once you pop, you just can't stop.
His name is ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
Byron Pringle.
Yeah. You should name your child that. Byron Pringle Giel.
All right, I'll add it to the list.
Yes, and then your grandson could be Byron Pringle Giel II. Say for a chance to ice one of us. Name one defensive player on the Chiefs.
That's so fun because I know the offensive players. I don't know.
That's fine. Do you want to name some, Justin?
Matthew's on the team, right?
He is. Yeah, there you go. That's one. I just want to make sure we knew at least one. I don't know that I know that many, honestly.
I know one.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I know.
I think the Chiefs win this game 34-17.
I do as well.
I think we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
glad we at
guys.
least agreed because it's
Yeah.
like one of the few teams I would pick against us.
Well, we got two more teams in the hunt here, the Broncos and the Raiders.
This game's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's going to be boring.
It's gonna be so boring. It's gonna be a 5-3 game.
Vic Fangio would love that.
Yeah.
That's what he rubs his nibbles to. Teddy Bridgewater is unlikely to play this week after suffering a scary head injury. Sandy, for a chance to ice one of us, what's the name of his backup?
I already forgot what team we were talking about.
The Broncos. Broncos backup quarterback. You know this one.
It's not Drew Lock.
It is. It's Horse Cock Lock,
was gonna
baby.
say, he's still
HCO
around.
is back.
Justin.
Okay, Justin. So I'm going to ask you this question. Then you can answer. Then you do the ice.
Yeah.
Okay. How will this offense be impacted with Horse Cock Lock back under center?
I think negatively. I don't think he's particularly that great.
Wow, disrespectful.
Maybe an uptick in the run game. I don't think the Raiders have a good run defense.
Okay.
So the timeshare in the backfield, I'd like both of them.
Okay. I'll buy some time while you drink that and talk about my feelings. I don't think it's that much of a difference. Teddy Bridgewater is more of a game manager anyway, and they're a run-heavy team as is. I can't imagine that they'll change much of their offensive game plans.
That's delicious.
You like the
The
watermelon?
watermelon's delicious.
Who knew? I'll keep that in mind next time I go looking for him. I think the Raiders come away with a much-needed win, 20-16.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders. I think they get the last playoff spot.
Ooh, bold prediction here, and that's going to lead us directly into Sunday Night Football.
Jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity
You have to have that
jing,
on throughout the
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm assuming that was Sunday Night Football.
We're in Sunday Night Football now,
All right,
Vince.
cool. I'm gonna go set the cameras.
Sonny, since this is usually your segment, you can start our gift exchange.
So I'm giving my gift first.
Yes.
Okay. I lost it.
Vince knew where it was.
Okay, I'm pretty excited about this, honestly.
Thank you.
It would have been great if it was for Vince and he like handed it to Senny just to hand it back to him.
I wish I could engage in this conversation.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I can't. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and I keep talking to him.
Oh, it's a hoodie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is awesome. Very exciting. This is an accomplishment that I made, a goal I set for myself in the beginning of the year of getting into the 1,000-pound club, and now it's official. I feel like I might cry, honestly. This is very nice.
So I was really excited. As soon as I saw who I had, I knew what I was getting. But there's a very Senny story behind this, which is the fact that I knew immediately what I wanted to get. I went on Amazon and found this hoodie. Didn't order it. Just went to order it like a week ago. It said after Christmas. Oh. So I had to find the design online and had Sam make that on a plain
Really?
hoodie.
That makes it even better.
Yeah,
honestly.
so now it's
I love
like
that
a
it's homemade.
homemade, like, stolen from the internet design.
Incredible.
That is
Senny,
a
Senny
great
went to
gift.
the Shore store in Seaside. the
That
press
is
there.
perfect. Well, I can't stand up and hug you, but thank you, buddy. I love it.
Yep.
My person is Vince. So Merry Christmas, my friend. I know you can't hear me.
I forgot that you can't hear.
An NBA Finals snapback
From
That's
1998.
from 1998.
You know who played?
Why?
The Jazz and the Bulls.
Yeah, Vince got it. Yeah, because Vince
I-
likes the Bulls.
I have a plaque on my wall, on my bedroom that has the final shot that Jordan made.
I know.
Nice.
I knew
It's
Jordan.
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, buddy.
Of course. I knew that Jordan was Vince's favorite player, so I know he likes hats.
Oh, this is sick.
That's how
And
it
the
came
Bulls.
about. There you go. Now you, to
Yeah,
whoever.
Yeah.
We're really just going down the
Wow,
line.
that's incredible.
Wow.
No.
Last
wrapping
year was
paper, no nothing.
opposites.
Oh,
Do you need a knife?
You may need a knife.
No.
No
Strong
knife.
man.
Real men just rip boxes apart.
yeah, this is dope. It'll all
I
make
love
sense when I
styrofoam.
finally get it out of the box.
Oh, this looks like it's cool.
Is it a coaster? Oh, it's like a coaster set.
Oh,
nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's for
awesome.
whiskey glasses.
That's really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
You know what joke I'm not making
Thanks,
right
buddy.
now that
No
I
problem,
want
man.
to?
What?
I can't make it.
Good. Do it. We're ready. Let
This
it
is so
fly.
cool. Oh, let me hand my gift out.
Not gonna do it?
No, I can't do it.
Damn.
You
So
know what
there-
the joke is.
There's one,
Thank you.
and there's two.
Thank you.
When I set it down, and there's the tag on there that says to Senny from Justin, and Vince flipped it over when he got here.
I avoided
Let me
looking
flip it
at
ba-
any of them
I
because
was like, let me flip it back over.
Oh,
Very cool.
Oh, that is cool.
that's a cool one.
Someone who we actually know confirmed to be in this movie because it's in the commercials.
20.
20 times.
20.
I wonder how many times Vince has heard jiggity jig today.
Nice. It's a
And
Naruto poster. I'm gonna put it in my classroom. I actually have another one that a student gave me that I've been putting on my side walls.
Nice.
They're
Thank
eating
you.
ramen.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's a cool one. That's cool.
Appreciate it.
Of
Thank
course.
All right, boys. Well, Merry Christmas to all. I think everybody is happy with what they got.
Hell yeah.
I'm very pleased with all of our purchases and all of our gift getting. I hope everybody at home has a Merry Christmas. Love your friends as much as we love each other. That was awkward as fuck. I really petered out there at the end. There was a lot of moving parts. I was trying to filibuster so you guys can put all your shit down. And now I'm ready to talk about the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. It's difficult to really glean anything new from the team this week. They played with a massive amount of players on the COVID list.
He's wearing like an 80-year-old man just
Yeah,
resting
it's
on
great.
top of his.
You look like you're playing chess in the park.
I don't know if he knows what you said.
I heard that a little bit.
Okay. Vince is going to love this episode. Editing is going to be like watching for the first time.
Yep.
But yeah, Washington had a lot of players out on the COVID list, including their top two quarterbacks. Antonio Gibson still produced nicely, enough to propel Andy to a win and enough points to not be here listening to this fucking song. Are you shying away from starting Terry McLaurin, or are you not overreacting to this one game?
I mean, it's tough. He's been brutal for the past several weeks.
Yeah.
He's not the person that you drafted him to be. So I don't think it's an overreaction at all.
No, I 100% agree. He is no longer a must start for me. He hasn't gotten 10 points since week 11.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's time to nut up or shut up in the fantasy playoffs. I'm personally out on Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
This is another situation where you may not have another option at all. But if you did and you're leaning, I don't know, I drafted this guy so high, it doesn't matter anymore. You need to set yourself up in the best position to win. Terry McLaurin has not been helping you win. The Cowboys' defense has been excellent both in real life and for fantasy purposes, but Dak Prescott and the offense have been struggling for weeks. Do we still have to start these guys, Justin?
I think so.
We got to fade out. So
Fade. Okay.
I think it's
good.
It's hard to justify benching any of them, especially with how much talent's on that offense. I think it's going to come, but it's weird to see that these struggles are coming from Dak, considering he's going to be the one spreading the ball out to everyone.
Yeah.
But like you said, their defense is the one that's been winning them the games recently.
Yeah, Dak hasn't had to get better because the defense has been so good.
Yeah.
But he has 11 or fewer points in 4 of his last 5 games. Zeke has not eclipsed 60 rushing yards since week 6. Amari Cooper had 2 catches on Sunday, and he has 5 or fewer receptions in all but 2 games this season. So for me, CeeDee Lamb is the only must start. And again, this is another situation where you may feel that the Cowboys are your best option to start, but I don't think you need to start any of them.
Yeah.
I'm picking Dallas to win the game 23-14.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas.
Yep.
Senny, for a chance to ice one of us, what is the name of the Cowboys owner? / general manager. / team president.
I've heard this maybe like once before in my life, but I don't know.
Jerry Jones is his name.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but it's,
Fuck Jerry Jones.
I knew the name, but I would have never thought of it.
It's all good, my friend. We're in our last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Vince's relief is in sight. Eeyaw. Dolphins play the Saints.
Yeah, this could be a barn burner.
Your boy Myles Gaskin was rarely used on Sunday, and we saw Duke Johnson pile up 25.7 fantasy points. Should he be added and started?
I maybe added. I don't think I would advise starting him. The Saints have a pretty solid run defense, so I don't see him having that kind of success again this week.
I agree with that part. I feel at this point of the season, you shouldn't be making roster moves that don't help you win.
Yeah.
So if you're adding him just to keep him on your bench, I think that's a waste of time. Unless your opponent is missing running backs and you think Duke Johnson is the best available and you're playing defense against your opponent, that's fine. But there's no reason to add depth at this point of the season. There's 2 weeks left, this week and the next. If you lose this week, you're done anyway.
Yeah.
So only make moves that you think are going to help you win now, because winning this week and next week are the only things that matter. The Saints won an ugly game against the Bucs. Very little offense on either side of the field for both teams. Are you firing up Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara again this week?
I would feel more comfortable firing up Alvin Kamara than I would Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
I think if there's not a better option out there, I'm fine starting Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't feel super comfortable about it.
I like Taysom Hill. He runs a lot.
Yeah.
The Bucs have a better defense than the Dolphins.
Sure.
The Dolphins have played well, but the Dolphins really haven't played anyone good other than the Ravens in this winning streak.
Yeah.
Who I'm not even sure are good, because they could be 10-4 or they could be 4-10 depending on a few breaks.
Yeah.
Football's weird, man.
I hate it.
But I'm taking the Dolphins. Fins up, 69-0. Fuck the Saints.
You know what? I'm going to go with Dolphins. I think they're going to get another one.
Wow.
I never thought I'd pick the Dolphins over anyone, but
Yeah, well, when it's the Saints, it's different. All right, Sonny, to avoid being iced, last one of the week. What year did the Saints win their only Super Bowl?
1987.
2009.
I knew it was more recent.
Yeah, your boy Drew Brees.
Yeah, who cares about Drew Brees?
Yeah, fuck Drew Brees. I agree. Well, that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Fantasy Beer League. We'll be with you every Wednesday on YouTube with audio-only podcasts available on Spotify and Apple. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FantasyBeerLG. Those are the words Fantasy Beer and the letters L and G. As always, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more half-decent advice from half-decent guys. I'm Sean Joyce. He's Justin Giel. He's Dominic the Vince Donkey listening to this song. How many times, Vince? How many?
This is 22.
22.
All right, 22.
Wow.
All right, this is the last one. You're almost done.
Thank God.
Okay. And here's Matt Senni with his advice of the week.
Go see Spider-Man before someone ruins it for you.
That's great advice.
Yeah,
I've been walking on eggshells trying to avoid spoilers. I'm probably not going to see it until next Monday. So
Jeez.
hope I make it. Pray for me, and I'm praying for you. Good luck in week 16.
Jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey.